Yeah, it's, sometimes songwriting can be magical. I'm a firm believer in odd magic to not push it away when it happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, that song was written when I first moved to New Mexico from Chicago, which is very different, the Midwest from the desert in the Southwest. And I didn't know all the things that could bite me and attack me and poison me so, just like being an inch away from a prickly pear cactus can like ruin your day. You can spend the next 3 hours pulling little needles out of your skin for, painfully. There's some nasty things. There's a thing called a goat head that is so painful to step on. We hush our voices and we say, "Oh, there's a goat head." Um, but the thing that got me was ants. I did not. I mean, I've heard of that ants bite and are poisonous, but where I came from, they were not poisonous and did not bite. So they were just something interesting. I've always been fascinated by ants. So I was in my driveway and there was this huge ant colony in the driveway busily doing its thing. And I was just standing there amazed by it, like looking at this huge creature and wow, whoa, And then I realized this creature was like crawling up my pant legs. And I got viciously bitten by like hundreds of these ants. And I was just, what's happening? I didn't even realize it was ants. I was just looking, I'm like, how can you do this? But I learned. So I was then on the couch for the like hours the rest of the day. Just my legs were so painful and so swollen, and it was really awful. And I was you know, in my imagination, I suppose, I was thinking that at least the thing that could come out of this is I'll get to know the ants better because they've just injected me with all their poison. And I feel like now I should at least like be able to connect with their queen the way they do. So I was trying to do that, and I was like, "Look what you did to me. What's the point of all this?" And I did kind of in my pain have a reverie that I felt like I spoke to her. And I said, I'm a songwriter. Hello, you've really hurt me. But want to collaborate on a song? That's basically my thoughts at the time. I was like, I would like to know the mind of the queen of a hive. So the next day when I was out working in the yard again, giving the ants a big distance, I just had an idea suddenly, and I just came inside and wrote this down. The lyrics to the song. It was really easy and took about 10 minutes, but things like that don't happen normally in life. So, every once in a while you just get thrown like an amazing gift. So I feel like because I collaborated with her, that she used it as a platform to speak to other people. So I think it's all the Queen of the Ants
Wow. Did
that
the
I
Queen of the Ants, did they get a writing credit on the album?
know, but
No.
it's a strange thing because the song there was just, I mean, hang on, let me just take a sip of my water. Um, it was a series of strange and meaningful coincidences that have made that song suddenly like it was top 10 in like, you know, places in China that I'd never heard of and Vietnam, it was charting in and Botswana. It was crazy. So the whole world was exposed to us. And I'm like, that's not usually what happens to my band. And so I just that one I say is the Queen of the Ants. She did it all.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I've thought about that song a lot over the years, and I never thought it was inspired by a Ant Queen. So
Well, I
that's
think it's just that idea of like dark female nature is primordial in our subconscious too. So I mean, if you don't want to believe about the real Queen of the Ants, you can also believe that just the idea of the Queen of the Ants was really stimulating to my subconscious.
yeah, yeah. That's another way of looking
Inspired
at
it to vomit something good.
it. And so did the lyrics, so it just all came out fully formed as it was,
I mean, I'm sure I
pretty
changed the
much,
word
yeah.
too, but it was effortless. And
Yeah.
it was, yeah. Maybe one or two other songs have happened that way, but I think it can happen that way when you haven't been writing songs or if you've never written songs, it can just suddenly bubble up because
Mm.
like that part of you that writes songs is always working on songs, whether you know it or not. So yeah, sometimes it can surprise you and just be there, fully formed in your head, but not not usually.
Yeah. And did you feel like it was something special when you had it then? Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so easy. And then my husband, who writes the music, was immediately inspired, and it didn't take him long to get the music. It was just really magical.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, 'cause one of the things I was going to ask you about it was, and I guess it's about your, and so is that's how you guys work generally, isn't it? Is you tend to
Yeah.
write the lyrics and your husband writes
And
the
usually
music.
that's agony from point A to point B. Like every step of it is usually very labored and very mostly failure. That's what songwriting is a lot of failure and then every once in a while success. So this is, I think as anybody who's tried to write a song, it's pretty exceptional to have that happen to you.
Yeah.
Feel, I mean, that part of your subconscious doesn't, to me, feel like me. So it does feel like a gift from other worlds. And it is literally, I think it's from a part of my brain that I don't normally have access to at the very least, but
Mm.
it may possibly be an actual transmission from the Queen of the Ants too.
Yeah. And do you, how much do you analyze them ones when they kind of come through like that, where you haven't premeditated what you want to say? How much then do you
I
analyze
don't
what meaning of them, or do you just let
touch
them
it
be?
then when I feel like there's something happening, like there's a symmetry or some kind of beauty or vision arising from it that's bigger than my thoughts, then I'd say that's something's there. It feels mysterious to me. That's what I want for a song to feel like it knows more than I know.
Mm, yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, it's a rare feeling, but when you get it, you kind of know it.
yeah. And has it changed for you a lot over the years, particularly with that one being so popular, um, and so widespread? And like, I mean, I've heard lots of different interpretations of it. So, and I guess for you, like, I'm assuming that's one you play every night. And I've seen you before. I'm assuming it's a regular in your set list. Does that regular performing of it and hearing other people's interpretations of it change your meaning of it as well?
No, I think it just reaffirmed what I thought in the beginning. But yeah, I do. I got an email from somebody once and he said, "Look, I'm a busy guy. I've got a huge, work week and I have a big family and I've got a lot of commitments. I like the song. Just tell me what it means." I wrote him back 14.
You wrote it back 14.
Yes.
That's a good answer.
He wanted something concrete, so I gave it to him.
It just means 14, yeah. I hope he went away and tried to work out how it means 14.
I'm
Trying
sure he's still calculating to this day.
to...